Alright, so now let's dive into color correction properly. So I've told you the 5 important adjustment layer you can use in doing color correction, and I'm going to use one. Actually, this one is okay and you can use it. It's actually okay. So the hue and saturation, which is the one I'm going to be using. Now, take a look at this skin. We have the yellow and the rich yellow brown part, and we also have the dark part, which is like the melanin. So it depends. If I were you, or for me, I would like to go with the color of her hair. Look at the part of her hair. It's actually looking rich brown, and I would like to go for that color. But if you like to go for melanin, which is the dark part, like the down part of her cheek, you can also go for that. So I'm going to use the two method. Use this hue and saturation to show you how you can actually achieve that. Okay, so whichever way you can actually achieve that. Now, once you open up the hue and saturation layer, take this tool, this hand tool. If you have not mastered the colors inside, so if you want to master the colors, that will be another tutorial for another day. So you can just look at the image and just know the one to choose. But if you are not, just use this hand tool, make sure it's selected, and make sure point sample is selected. Don't choose all these because it's going to select a large area. So just choose point sample, and we're going to point on, let's use the ear now. Just point the ear, and you're going to see this slider pop up, and it's going to tell you red. Before it was a master, but now it's showing red and it's giving you this slider. Now you're going to increase this hue. I usually take it to the right. Now once you increase it, you're going to see different colors. Take note, it's red, so I'm going to close it. Now when I zoom in, you can see some places are green. I'm going to turn it off. That's this part, which is the rich brown I'm talking about. If you want to make it look like the rich brown, know that the rich brown represent the greens. Now for the dark melanin, it represents the blues, which is the dark part, represent the blues. Now it's up to you. Either you make everything in the photo look like green, that is our total skin look like green, or you make the total skin look like blue. So that's how to know the color is corrected, when all the color has one color instead of blue, green, and all this other type of cyan present in the image. So now let's open up the hue and saturation back and go back because it's on the red, because we increased the hue to 180. Now it gives us the slider. You're going to mess around with this slider. Take it backwards or forward. Now, if you want to make all the skin look like this green part, you have to select the red part. So let's make a selection of the red part. So this is the selection of the red part. You can turn it off and on, and you're going to notice that the selection of the red part. You can take this backward a bit and restrict the color selection. Let's take it backwards. Okay, so now zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, so now you can see that the rest part of the colors that are not green looks like this. The places that are not selected look the same, while the only places that are selected are the places that look like green, right? Yeah. So now we're going to bring this back to you, bring it backwards, and now once you take it back, it's going to look red. Once you take it forward, it's going to look like this yellow. So in putting it like this gives it the yellow feel. So you can see before and after gives it what? The yellow feel. You can take it all the way up, and then if that is not enough, increase the saturation of it like that, and also you can increase the lightness. So I'm going to close it, and we're going to quickly see. Now it has changed the color of the lips. You just need to grab the brush tool. Remember, the brush tool is part of the retouching tool I talked about. So grab the brush tool, make sure the foreground color is black because your mask is white. So click on the mask, make sure the foreground color is black by hitting this arrow, and you're going to paint on the lips where you don't want to see it. So let's just paint on the lips like that, and paint on the clothes, and go ahead and paint on the eyes that changed. And this one, that was a color there before, so we have this one, and now you can see that all the colors are looking the same. So I'm going to turn it off and on. So if you don't still see that, if you still want to make this one the same, you can actually go ahead, grab the hue and saturation, and let's see now. I'm going to grab this end and pick the same procedure, increase, and you're going to see that there are some greens. Almost everything is getting the same, but there are some colors that are still green. So let's go ahead and select those places that that are not selected, or let's select the inverse instead, so somewhere like this, and I'm going to make this one 0. And what do we need to do? Take it forward, right? Yeah, so we need to take it forward like this, and increase the saturation a bit. And now I'm going to increase the lightness as well, so close it and grab this mask, hold and Alt, select this one, drag it over to replace where we don't have it. So I'm going to group these two together, and you can see before and after, just everything looks the same. And now you can now start working. So if you don't want this this type of color, you want the melanin type of color, I'm going to show you that. So that's the first color correction you need to do. Same, grab the hue and saturation. Let's do the opposite. Take this end to select the black side, take it up. You're going to see the different color variation. Now let's zoom in. I'm going to go ahead and mess around with this slider. So I want to select the other places, which is the yellow part. So it's going to be like this. Let's select this part as the yellow part. Okay, turn it off and on to make sure those places are selected. And let's take it forward a little bit, bring it back. That's too much. Yeah, so somewhere like this. Now, once you get that side selected, you're going to go ahead and make this one 0. And what do we need to do? We need to take it backwards so it looks like the red. So somewhere like 30. Your figure here should be either 30 or 32, somewhere around 30 something, even if you're taking it forward. Okay, for the other one, if you check, it's also almost 30 something. Now it looks red. Now you're going to desaturate. Once you desaturate, not too much, just desaturate a little, and you're going to get that. You can increase the lightness and you can close it. So now you're actually getting uniform tone. We still need to go ahead and grab another hue and saturation and see if it's actually blending together, because they are red in the image. So just grab this and to select anywhere. Let's select somewhere here, increase the color, so you can see everything is blue now. It means the colors are uniform, so you don't have to do anything more except for this other part that looks like white, but it's nothing to worry about. Now since you have that selected, let's go ahead and make it look yellowish. Okay, so just take it forward if you want to make it look yellowish. You want to desaturate to make it look melanin like that, and that should do. So just bring it back or bring it upwards a little bit, and you can either decrease the brightness or bring it up, so whichever one you want to do. So let's look for a sweet spot for it and get this dark rich tone. So let's group the two together, and we're going to see the first one, which is like this and before. So we've removed all the color correction. If that is too much, you can just decrease the opacity of the first one, and I'm going to bring in some colors back so we can turn off and turn it on. So we've actually succeeded in evening out the colors. So we have two. We have the first one and the second one, which is the brown rich tone, and we have the black rich tone. So this is not the melanin skin quite all right. You need to actually color grade the melanin skin inside. That is under color grading, not under color correction. Okay, so when you see people doing get the melanin skin, it's actually after you've done frequency separation and do most of the retouching, and then you can get your color grade and get it to look like the melanin skin. It's not actually hard. The hue and saturation, if I want to do that, I'm just going to desaturate the more, just a little bit, and make sure it's actually on the background. So this is on the master channel, so it's going to affect everything. You can just go to the red and just desaturate a little bit, and you're going to remove it from the lips, that. So just grab the brush tool and print on the lips, or like I said, so something like this. And you can still go further and start messing around with stuff. Okay, so but this is not actually the melanin skin. Like I said, the melanin skin, it's a lot. You need to master this selective color layer, of which I can teach you about it not on this tutorial. So that's the first way to actually color correct. I'm going to group all these together, and let's go look at this image. Let's start with this light skin one. Turn it on, turn this off. So this one. Now let's see if there are skin variation. I'm going to drag it out of the group, and we're going to do this for this. Okay,